Perpetual calendar formula, copyright 2022, January 1st 0001 until December 31st, 9999, Julian and Gregorian calendar. To compute for the exact day of any date in the Julian calendar, January 1st, 001, October 4th, 1582, let us find the century codes first. We will still use the dates of the first Thursdays of 2023 to figure out the century codes for each century. Julian century codes. What is the century code of year 001? Century is 0, year 01 equals 0, 001 equals 5. X plus 0 equals 5, x equals 5. Century 0 equals 5. What is the century code of year 100? Century is 1. Year 00 equals 6, 100 equals 3, x plus 6 equals 3, x equals 4. Century 1 equals 4. What is the century code of year 200? Century is 2, year 00 equals 6, 200 equals 2, x plus 6 equals 2, x equals 3, century 2 equals 3. What is the century code of year 300? Century is 3, year 00 equals 6, 300 equals 1, x plus 6 equals 1, x equals 2, century 3 equals 2. What is the century code of year 400? Century is 4, year 00 equals 6, 400 equals 0, x plus 6 equals 0, x equals 1. Century 4 equals 1. What is the century code of year 500? Century is 5. Year 00 equals 6, 500 equals 6, x plus 6 equals 6, x equals 0, century 5 equals 0. What is the century code of year 600? Century is 6, year 00 equals 6, 600 equals 5, x plus 6 equals 5, x equals 6, century 6 equals 6. What is the century code of year 700? Century is 7, year 00 equals 6, 700 equals 4, x plus 6 equals 4, x equals 5, century 7 equals 5. Here is the summary of the century codes for the Julian calendar. For easier memorization, focus only on the first line of the codes since we can apply modulo 7 on any century in the Julian calendar. Julian rule for leap years. All years divisible by 4 are leap years. As a result of the excessive declaration of leap years, the Julian calendar eventually became behind in days relative to the supposed actual date and the season. By October 4th, 1582, the discrepancy already amounted to 10 days. Because of that, Pope Gregory XIII decreed to drop 10 days from the Julian calendar to rectify the error. As a result, the starting date of the Gregorian calendar became October 15, 1582, which is actually the date after October 4, 1582 in the Julian calendar. Still ahead, we will look into the century codes of the Gregorian calendar.